Good afternoon, welcome back to the Mighty Casting. Today we are starting off with Quarantine, NFI against Friendlyfire. Well, definitely, we have already known the shortest and the longest cap time, so let's see if we can update these scores by this game as well. The map, of course, being extremely large for long range, and a lot can happen because there's so many possibilities for different strategies and open locations and closed locations. We're gonna see something exciting out here. Definitely, and then we'll we're gonna take it home right now to our little casting set. Well, first of all, my name is Game Streamer Beamer, and here is my co-caster coordinator. First map, Quarantine. Let's start off with the teams. These teams, what do we know about them? What have they been doing in the beginning of the season and this last 2 weeks? Whoa. Yeah, I must say that as well. Hold up. I do have scrims for them right now. Yes, definitely. They have done well, they have done 2 scrims against Venture, which they won 12-4 and 12-3, and 1 scrim against YSM, which is, I think, a silver team right now, and they've won that 13-1, and also 12-3. So they have also played 2 matches against YSM. Yes, that's what they have done. So yes, they're so organized. Definitely my favorite, if you can say so. I found a lot of organized stuff in their team. They're working so well together. Just as Friendlyfire is doing as well, by the way. We have seen them play for the last few weeks. And I think we've all seen NFI play last time, and they did quite incredibly well. Both teams. Definitely. Yeah, I must. Oh, actually, sorry, coordinator. They couldn't hear a single thing of what you said, but now that. All right. I'm so happy that I'm fixing it now and not in the middle of the round. That it looks like I'm a schizophrenic. Just give me a second. There it is. And now you should be. Yeah, they should be able to hear you now. Very good.
Okay, now let's tell me quickly again. The last two matches that NFI played, 13-4 against Agent Moss and 12-4 against Newbies. So they won both matches with quite a high number of rounds won, which is very impressive. And then you talk about Friendly Fire, also very nice. It wasn't official matches, but I mean scrims also kind of count.
Yes.
So also very nice against Venture, which is one of the favorites. And what I was just saying is that both teams are just very good
Very
on gun skill,
competent.
but also just together, playing as a team, executing to get to the objective
So
and finishing the rounds to their favor.
yeah, definitely. So what's important is that you have gun skill, but that doesn't mean you're gonna win everything. What you need is your team. You're gonna, of course, have 4 other people to share your team with at this moment. And that means you need to start communicating, working together. You cannot run this solo. And having this sort of bond with your team helps so much. We have seen that with AGM a couple of matches ago. That was in Tanker. We have seen them rezzing and the other person pre-firing that corner where the danger was coming from. And that is such a tactical play that you can make, and we barely see that happen with the lower ranked teams. But that is why they are so high ranked. Team skill, gun skill, great combination of it. And of course, the communication.
Yeah, you can never underestimate the importance of playing together and having good chemistry in your team. Because if you have 5 people, you might be good, everyone good with each other. But if you're only relying on gun skill and everyone is just running in after one each other, trying to get some kills, most of the time it won't work. Maybe sometimes, I mean, there are strats where you just rush in and try to get to the objective very fast and try to get some kills. Most of the time, it really relies on the chemistry between you, how you understand each other, that you know what the other person is going to do without talking, like you just know them. And that comes with a lot of training and a lot of hard work.
And don't forget a lot of scrims together. You know each other best when you're being put under pressure. If you play pubs together, that means okay, fun, you're doing practicing gun skill, but in very high and stressful situations, your entire team will change because they have to react differently to what is heading upon them. And by practicing these situations via scrims or other leagues, by the way, you can push your team to the limits and guide them to become a better version of themselves as a captain, of course. That's the goal, at least.
Most definitely. And first of all, thanks to everyone watching right now. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and we are looking forward to the match actually starting hopefully pretty soon. We currently have 9 players in the lobby, so we're probably waiting on one person on the NFI side, but maybe we can take a look at the players who are in the lobby, Beamer.
Oh yeah, just give me a second, please. There we go. Sure thing, we can.
Because we do know some of the players, especially from NFI, Deadshot, Shock, Socks, Jittery. All 4 very well known. Me personally, I don't know Game Reaper, but those 4 players already are very high up, especially Deadshot. He's an amazing player. And on the Friendlyfire side, a little bit more unknown at least.
Well, personally,
Purzel is a classic. He's been on Friendlyfire as well for ages, knows as well. But I think Mijitu and Zakul, at least I think Zakul might be a reservist. I'm not sure, but he has a LGN in the end, but that doesn't have to mean anything.
Mijito is something new, definitely. We haven't seen him before, at least.
Yeah, he might be completely new to Friendlyfire. I can try to look it up and...
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. You can check a little bit of the backstory. Right now, of course, we're having quarantine in front of us, and you can see it's a very big open map with a lot of different routes that you can walk on. There's not 1, 2, or 3 ways to go. There's almost 6 to 7 ways to go to a certain objective. The objective we have right now, I'm not going to speak about that yet, because you can't obviously see it, and I can't really describe it to you. I know where it is, and we're going to tell you if it's going to be, like, short range or long range objective. As you can see, the map has very many different types of situations, from close to medium range. So close to medium range on the mid section of the map to long range on the far north section of the map. So basically what you want to try and do, if you're not good at long range, you're going to try and draw them in as close as you can. But if you're good at long range, you want to try and draw them long range or get the easy picks out there. Let's just turn back to our cameras right here.
Yes, and I just quickly looked up because I was interested in Mijito's stats, and it seems like he has been with VRML for 3 years already as well. In Season 16 he was with the Newbies, and in Season 15 with Legion. I don't know Legion. That was before my time, but Newbies also a very high up team, at least at that point. I'm not sure if they are still high up, but they were definitely, so we can probably expect very good gameplay from him as well.
Definitely. And now we're going to be off to the first map. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you want to get us to cast more, you got to try to book us via the Mighty website, Mighty-Owls.nl. It's in the description. Round 1.
And we're starting right here with Norse being AFK. That's not a good start for Friendlyfire. But what we see here, Puzzle trying to cross over and immediately getting gunned down by pre-fires from Deadshot. Amazing shots. I mean, he tried to cross safely by popping 2 smokes, but the pre-fires just perfectly got him. Now, thankfully, Norse has returned.
But look at that, that's a second shot by Socks. That was good spotting as well, and quite a poor start for Friendlyfire at this current moment, because right now, they're not in the lead. They're having 3 people on defense and 5 people on offense. Not saying this is unwinnable, but this is gonna be a lot more difficult than they initially thought to be.
Yeah, and especially because it's 5 minutes remaining. I mean, it didn't even 1 minute finish in the round. They didn't waste any time. They just both died, so that's very, very difficult. Now it's up to Zakul and Mijito to close down objective. Yes. Because if they both die, Rocket Dice will have a very hard time going back to it, because he's so far on the side.
Okay, so that's the pre-fires for the drone coming out. There was a drone in the air, and they do not want to get spotted, so they're trying to shoot it down. But remember that these gunshots also make an inevitable sound, inevitably loud sound, by the way. And that means that the players on the market side will have an easier time spotting for the Volk players. But right now, Mijito is taking a couple of difficult peeks that I don't think he should. It's... don't forget now.
I don't think either, but on the other hand, Sox does play with a P90, so that's not the best gun for that kind of range. I know he likes to play it very much.
There we have Rogue Dice. Rogue Dice is about to pass the corner together with the Game Reaper, and they're gonna meet each other very, very soon. Both people have their fingers on the triggers, and they're coming in so fast. Who is gonna shoot first? And that's it, straight out there at Rogue Dice, still being alive. That's a very good strategy. I think Rogue Dice should have waited on this one, but this is still a very good part for Friendlyfire. Besides that, they only have 2 people on defense, of course.
Yeah, I think Rogue Dice was going for the Peeker's advantage here, but unfortunately, his enemy had a quick trigger finger as well, so they were able to get a trade out of this by shooting Rogue Dice in the legs. I mean, in a 5v5, let's say so, you can easily take those gunfights, because even if you get a trade, that's perfectly fine. But in a 5v3, that's already a much different picture.
Yeah, you would like to have less risk.
Yeah, you just want to minimize the risk, and obviously swinging that is a big risk to have. I mean, you could have just waited out or pop a nade on the side there and could have had a good kill, but...
Yeah, very much, definitely. I do agree with you, but I also think that it was a little bit of a... how do we call that? Ooh, there you have Zaku killing off Deadshot. So the biggest shooter that we currently know of has been killed. That's going to be difficult. But what I was talking about is that it was just an adrenaline shot. Let's just put it down there. Adrenaline takes over the body and the choices, and your choices might be poorer than what you actually want to do. Waiting would have been better, of course. Definitely would have been. Definitely on defense, because they have to come to you. You do not have to come to them. But I think that's an adrenaline decision that they currently made.
That could most definitely be, and now it's already a little bit of a different picture. It's a 2v3, which already seems much more winnable.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like that Friendlyfire still has managed to get the last people that they have right here to get some good shots out. Wow. Sox at this point is not killed. He can call out the locations of the last two defenders of Friendlyfire. Wow, that is going to be something scary for Friendlyfire. Will they be able to win? Because there is only 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. The Marsoc team has to push.
Yeah, Chokel 8 slowly trying to get peaks on Zekul and Mijito, but Mijito taking him out, and now it's already seems unwinnable for no fun intended.
Wow,
completely turn around. Now Jittery in the garage trying to make a play, but
that is going to be difficult for him.
What he's gonna do, yeah, especially in the garage.
And definitely went on Marsoc as well. Like, he just has to move because there's a minute on the clock. And Friendlyfire, they gonna have to... They only have to sit still. Sox is apparently not giving enough call-outs because Jittery Liz is asking for him. But therefore, he reveals his location to the Friendlyfire team. Together with his walking noises. Ooh, and that's a trade out there with the Friendlyfire team. And the first point for Friendlyfire.
Beautifully played by Friendlyfire, turning the nearly unhopeful situation. What?
Why is it not working?
The replay again. Man.
Again.
Every time. Okay. As I was saying, Friendlyfire turning a nearly unwinnable situation into a really nice win. What they did here, the two people, Minjot and
don't worry, it's back screen. Don't worry, it's back screen. It's me. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Midshot and the other person on OBJ just perfectly locking it down. Rogue is obviously very far away, so unable to do much. But that trade, I mean, already did at least a little bit damage, but not too much. But they perfectly played it in the building. They didn't peek too much out. They held their angles and just waited for the enemies to cross into them, and then they just perfectly executed it. I have to say that. And I feel like kind of a blunder on no fun intended side as well, because they had a 5 with the
they had an advantage. They had a big advantage over the Friendlyfire team.
You shouldn't lose that.
Yeah.
You can just if everyone plays it careful and don't does too much, you can surround the objective and just everyone go at once. So it's pretty hard for Friendlyfire to kill everyone. So you just go off trades.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's exactly the goal that you want.
They just went one by one. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, and that's what we are talking about, and that is teamwork, communication, which is essential. Of course, I must say, Friendlyfire just had also some really good shots out there. But NFI did as well. The long-range ones were absolutely fire.
At least the first 2 picks, definitely. I mean, kind of a blunder by both of them getting first killed, but up to the next round. Let's go.
Yeah, but now it's up for Friendlyfire to start making a Marsoc play, and that's going to be incredibly difficult. Purcell is now trying to get the Friendlyfire out, but therefore he reveals the start location of the Friendlyfire team. That means that the Volk team can quickly adapt and never see Nurs coming up to Jittery List. The big communication is getting out there. That's what we talked about. This is very important for the team to know. There hasn't been any kills yet, but there has been locations revealed of enemy. So that means they only have to figure out where the other 4 people are in order to make an active offense. We saw a frag was out, did not do any damage.
Yeah, what I see here in the structure of No Fun Intended's defense is they mostly extended over to the... I'm not sure which side it is, but to the right side seen from the objective here. And the other side where Sox died in the round prior, they just don't have anyone there. So that should be pretty free ground to get to by Friendlyfire and advance from there. I'm not sure if that is a good decision by No Fun Intended.
But hold on.
They definitely...
Check out where Mijito is shooting from. He saw that person all the way in the dark, all the way in the end, with a fucking laser sight, with the red dot sight. That is impressive. So I guess we're gonna see good stuff from Mijito today.
Yeah, I mean...
And there it is, his first kill. That's off.
I think I got him.
Yeah, calling out the kill. That is, I mean, tough situation for that shot right there. I mean, beautiful placement over here, but when peeking out and then getting killed, that's a very tough one. And again, another one on the left side of OBJ, just gone. So another layer of defense that is missing right there.
So this is what we were talking about as well. If you have a long-range team, you want to try and grab it on long range. But remember that if you're not entirely convinced that long range is going to be an option for you as offense or defense, you want to try and draw him close.
One in the dunes.
So Chocolate right now in his position in this building, as we can see on the map, on the objective, has now a bigger advantage. He's in much cover and he has better views on the angles that the Marshall team is almost sure going to come from.
Yeah, now the question is, how will Friendlyfire play this? It's 4 people only on their side now, and they are all on the same side, which one the one I was talking about. It's pretty clear, but they have to watch out, because obviously the enemies are watching it from the whole other side.
But they're discussing it. They already called it out, and that's always good to do. Always good to do, to call things out. And they're slowly moving in, but they must know that Chocolate is waiting, and they're pre-firing it, actually. That's a wise decision. Are they going to try and make it cross? Are they going to make it try? Yes! Mijito is. This is the type of teamwork that we are expecting from Friendlyfire, from any high-ranked team, I must say. Wow.
Yeah, beautifully played. Perfectly suppression of Chocolate, and now Mijito might have a chance to take out Shock from a more unexpected angle.
Purcell threw down a smoke near the objective building. He's hoping to cause a panic, and he does so because Saint Sox is slowly returning to the objective and might get exposed very soon. Game Reaper just figured out that someone crossed, and it's all gonna get closer and closer. 2 minutes on the clock, plenty of time. And they're doing it so well right now. Smokes are getting out, and Sox kills off Sakul. That.
Yeah, trade after trade in this game right here. Now the question is, will Friendlyfire recover from that? Will Purcell get a refrag?
Oh, but that's gonna be difficult.
Maybe Sox or Jittery. I mean, Jittery is also still in the building. Quite a wild card right there, just hiding and waiting.
Look at this push. They are thinking ahead. They're like, we're not gonna repeat that same angle. We're gonna try something different. And Mijito, unfortunately, peeked his head out and he got punished for it. Very good job by NFI. They're still playing a 4v2. They are having that big upper hand. We've seen good teamwork from Friendlyfire, but NFI is currently winning this very hard.
Yeah, just noting, Mijot just died at the same position where Sox did. So guys, if you're watching, learn from that. That's not a good position to peek out. It's getting watched, so they should have done, Mijot should have done the same as Rogue Dice, just sneaking around the back completely, and now Rogue Dice and Purcell are obviously in a bad situation, especially Purcell. They know where he is.
But also the time.
Go on.
1 minute left.
Yeah, and now 1v4, that's looking bad for Purcell. He has to do some move, but at that point, Sox is in front of him, Jittery Liz is to his left, and Shock to the right on OBJ, so it's definitely not gonna be an easy one.
Definitely, and if we're checking out the chat, wow. I'm very happy to see so many communication out there. If you do support our casting services, don't forget, like, subscribe and such. And if you want to get us to cast more, just send us a fucking message via the website. It's over. Person coming in for the last quarter, getting in for Jittery List, and he makes that kill happen, but unfortunately gets killed off by Sox. Wow.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, if the team, if Purcell's team on the backside would have survived longer, and if they were 3, Purcell might have, with that trade already, with Jittery being eliminated, this would have been a way different situation, because then this one angle already completely gone. Only Sox and OBJ and Shock in the building. But like that, obviously in a 1v4 with multiple cross angles, you're not gonna do anything.
Definitely, and if we're taking a look at the stats right now, we are seeing that Sox is actually the one taking the most kills thus far. He's doing a very good job on both long range and short range, and he seems to be really knowing his place, where he has to be at any given time throughout the match. Remember, this was a very good win from No Fun Intended, playing up eventually as last second at 3v1. And that's what I must say, a very solid defense on the NFI, No Fun Intended, side.
Yes, definitely. Sox kind of carrying his team right now with 4 kills, but still only 2 rounds, so nothing much to talk about here. But as in most of tactical shooters, you have to say that KD is not everything you're looking for.
Exactly.
As
You're
we
looking
say,
for teamwork.
if you're
What is
getting
your
many
role in
kills,
team?
but you're selling a team for it, if you're just going for the kills for your own glory, you're not helping your team win. You might get a lot of kills and make it a little bit easier for your team, but in the end, you probably don't do the best for your team. But right now, Sox did the best for his team, and on defense, he did some really nice picks.
Yep, I must say so as well. Round 3 is coming on very shortly. Currently, I cannot decide who is going to win this map because it's not predictable
Me neither.
at all. All right, off to round 3, boys and girls.
I kind of feel like that No Fun Intended did have a worse, at least a little bit worse thing. I mean, a worse on attack, but that might have been a blunder coming from the quick 2 kills they had at the beginning. So I'm not too sure what we will see now. They might switch it up completely and actually be more disciplined.
Coordinator, could you maybe get a pull out? Because I want to know what the audience thinks of this. Of course, if we are going to win as casters, because of course, we're always winning, of course. The viewers, if they are going to win, we have to include them into this. Or if NFI or Friendlyfire is going to win.
Most definitely good that you remind me.
Immediately, Friendlyfire is getting out the callouts on what is happening with the Marsoc side. Deadshot and Sox getting onto their very known positions. We're gonna see how far it's gonna go. Ooh, and there we have Sakul getting out a quick kill on that rooftop. Very expectable location. And he peeked out. Sakul obviously had enough time to run towards that middle market section, as we can see right here. And Deadshot is gonna try and retake it, is he?
It kind of looks like it, but also the position by Zakul is quite crazy. He's pretty much going for a suicide point right there, because once they know he's there, he does not really have a way to get out without at least getting hurt very badly and probably getting killed.
He also has the option to get surrounded from like 3 multiple sides, but if he plays it like a king, and he doesn't. Sorry, no, he died. He had to turn around.
He did get 1 kill though, so
his job is done. His job is done.
And now he can
call it out,
which is still huge value for his team. Jittery not finishing, but still good calls. Went out by him. 1 nice pick.
Last seconds of life, and he made it worth it.
A lot of more. I think Friendlyfire. I think it was worth it because he got 1 pick, which is very good on the top fragger.
Definitely.
And
remember, on defense, going for the trades is completely fine if you're in a 5v5 situation. This is something that you'd like to do. Take risks, see if it works, or at least get the trade, and then move on. Anything above 1 kill is, like, good if you're in this risky of a position. You've done your job, you've called things out, and you made even your death quite worthwhile. Purzel's waiting just around the corner. Ooh, and he's waiting.
And look what Norse is doing. He's just sneaking up, down below. No, okay, turning back. I mean, it would have been quite crazy trying to retake the position that
crazy.
That what's the name? Zakul
Check out with
just
Purzel,
a minute ago,
but Purzel to reveal his location by touching his tablets. Jittery now knows that he was holding his gun so hard out, and Purzel makes the right decision to not peek the corner. Remember, as defense, they have to come to you, and you don't have to go to fucking them, because they're gonna be ready for it. And you want to be the one that controls the angle that you are defending. Don't move your gun too much. If you have to move, move. But never move forward if a Marsoc person is close and you know that he is close. That's like my advice, of course. In your gameplay, you need to be more confident, have a shorter reaction time or a better ping. But for now, that would be my guess.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned of Norse now because he's in a not that good of a situation. I mean, Deadshot was just watching the street, but now he can cross safely out of there. But still, they don't really have that much space to defend the objective. They don't have the building, which is a big angle you have to think of going for the objective as attackers, because the below Norse takes quite a while to just run up before being even able to see the tip of objective, and even then there's like a small ledge where you can hide behind as attackers. So I'm not sure about if his position is a good one, but maybe he's going for flank.
Jittery is going
Sooner or
inside.
later.
He is going inside, and he is soon gonna meet Perzel P, who is waiting with his gun up on a very, very niche and tight angle. He is going to make it worthwhile. Jittery is slowly gonna start trying to peek, if I hear it correctly. Or is this Jittery gonna move? Jittery, what are you doing? He's starting to move, he's starting to move. Flash out. Ooh, and that's the pre-fire. And now Jittery knows he's there. Perzel is running back a little. Second flash coming out. Ooh, and now Perzel is not blinded. And that's a fantastic kill by Jittery List. That upper hand, very good job by him.
It's looking very bad for
Whoa.
Friendlyfire now because both North and Perzel are taken out.
And now Friendlyfire needs to make sure that they do not get capped at any cost. And that's what they have done. He ran out and he's done his job. Wow.
That was a beautiful, really beautiful execute by No Fun Intended. They slowly creeped up, getting one trade back and forth to 4v4, but then slowly creeping up, everyone getting ready in their positions, being in a teams of two, and then at one signal, they all engaged at the same time, quickly overwhelming the enemies. Wow. Beautiful nade going
Absolutely
out
beautiful.
by Shock to take out Norse in the garage entrance. They had perfect intel on him, it seems like, and maybe a bit of luck with nade, but
as you can see
really,
as well,
really nicely executed.
Exactly, and teamwork is the way to go, and they are absolutely booking it right now. NFI is having a giant sort of comeback feeling for me. Of course, they haven't lost much, but they were quite a few times in bad situations, definitely on Marsoc, but this time they showed that they can do this however the fuck they want, and they're gonna try anything to win.
Definitely way better than the first attack they had.
Yes.
Because the first one, after the first two kills, they just didn't have it all together, but it seems like they bounced back from that, and now got back to their old strategy, and actually having a strategy.
Exactly, maybe had to warm up in a sense.
With some plan, yeah. I mean, sometimes it takes around.
Exactly,
And
that's what I
maybe No
feel
Fun
as well.
Intended need that as well. So let's hope they get better from this.
You can
now
also
at
see
their
it.
second attack.